Hey there YouTube, it's me Tyler By again from DnTgamers. I'm here to talk about not video games this time, but actually customly building computers. This computer was one I personally built, finished a couple months ago, and as I describe it to you, I'm going to tell you guys tips for building your own custom computers. Now this one you see here actually has two towers. I built this side a Mountain Dew dispenser or pop of your beverage of your choice, and this one a computer. Hinged together with just some local supplies from the local Menards. Now, first I'm going to talk about the actual computer part itself, which is on this side of the computer. Now, if you notice it first here, I have a plexiglass window I installed with two fans, one in the frame and one in the actual plexiglass here. If you open it up, I've got a GeForce 8600 here, 4 gigabytes of G-Skill RAM, and an AMD 3.6 dual processor. Now, when picking all these parts out, you can't just go to the local Best Buy or local, Menards and pick out random parts. You have to make sure all the parts fit together. Otherwise, they won't work. The first thing I always do is select a motherboard and a case, usually in a combo from Newegg.com. That's where I buy nearly all of my parts. They are very good at what they do. I highly recommend them. Along that note, once you pick your motherboard, you can then go ahead and with the correct socket, pick your CPU and CPU heatsink, RAM, and any graphics card you want to add. Also make sure you have the correct inputs and outputs for any hard drives, CD drives you have. Also make sure you have the right power supply. All of this corresponds to making sure you have the right parts that fit together. Now, a lot of you worry about money costs. Building a custom computer actually can be a lot cheaper than going to Best Buy, Walmart, or wherever you do to buy your computer. This computer costed me, with supplies, about $500 and is equal to about any $600 computer you can find at Best Buy. Now, also another important thing is making sure airflow. When you have a lot stronger of a computer, you need to make sure that your CPU and other parts stay cooled. So here I have an 80mm fan, a 92, a 120 in the front, and another 92 in the back. These all keep the computer nice and cool at a good temperature, along with the CPU heatsink to make sure the computer flows very well. Now, that's the actual computer part of it. Now, the other part, which is the Mountain Dew dispenser, I'm sure is what most of you are interested in when you click on the video. I mean, a computer that dispenses Mountain Dew, that's pretty chill. No pun intended. Anyway, this side dispenses Mountain Dew. To get a can out, all you simply have to do is slide this tab and pull a can out. Now you notice it's cold. You can actually feel, well, you can't feel it. You have to trust me on that. But they are actually cold Mountain Dews, refrigerated on the inside. That was a very tricky part to do. And the first part of that was actually to get power to the second part of the computer, since the power supply right here is completely vacant. What I did is I drilled 2 holes in the side of each computer to run 2 Molex connectors to the pop side of the computer. If you open up the pop side by unscrewing it and sliding the case off, you're actually going to notice that there are guide rails for the Mountain Dew. I have several Mountain Dew in here, and as I take more out, these guide rails actually will just let more Mountain Dew slide down to the next spot in the line. The case itself holds about 9 Mountain Dews while still staying completely functional. Now the key thing about this is, like I mentioned, keeping them cool. This blue fan you see under the rail right here actually is a special fan that the tips of the blades of the fans are actually chilled, so they push out cold air into the case. This won't keep your pops at refrigerator temperature, but it will keep them chilled enough to where they taste amazing. Anyway, another cool fan I have in here is the one back here. This one is just a very high-powered fan that keeps the airflow coming in very fast to keep the pressure right, or temp to keep the Mountain Dew cold. The guide rails here there's 4 of them, 2 down here and 2 here, to guide the Mountain Dews into their location. I attached them all with pop rivets and, well, some electrical tape right here for the wires to stay out of the way. All this is fine and dandy, but the key thing is to make sure your computer is actually going to work. You can make the coolest computer, build it out of whatever you want, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't do you much good. That's the hard part about building custom computers. This one, as you see, I personally built, so with 100% confidence, I really hope this starts actually. It should start. Now you notice a lot of cool computers, people have custom builds, love to make them look really, really neat or cool, whatever your word you use. I have two red rod lights in here, in where the floppy disk was, that I gutted the floppy disk and put those here. Other than that, both of these side fans, the 80mm and the 92, both light up a bright, vibrant blue, as well as that cooling fan here on the pop side of the computer. Thank you all for watching my demonstration of the computer I recently built. If you have any questions or concerns about building your own computer, go ahead and leave a comment, give me a message, or a video response, for all I care, and let me know how I did. Also, if you like this video and like this computer, go ahead and like it, subscribe, and share. That really gets me out there and really helps me out. If you guys want my designs and my pictures of how I built this computer, go ahead and shoot me a message, and I can easily email you those. I keep them all on hand. Other than that, until I see you next time, YouTube, have a nice day. This has been Tyler By from DnTgamers.